All right, y'all. We're entering week 5, so I feel like we know enough about the teams to make my first power rankings or tier list, however you want to call it. So I'm gonna break it up into our Super Bowl contenders, playoff bound, wild card, outside looking in, and top 5 draft pick. I'm gonna do my best to just have 5 teams there, but let's just go team by team and talk a little bit about it and see where we end up. Bengals obviously haven't started out the way that they thought they would. They're struggling a little bit. The revamped offensive line isn't that revamped. I'm going to put them at wild card for right now. I don't think they're a lock for the playoffs, but I think they can sneak in. The Patriots, they're not that good. I'm going to say they're outside looking in. They could turn it around, get that run game going. They always have a decent defense, but that's where I've got them right now. Saints, they're in a pretty easy division, but Jameis hasn't played like people thought he could. So right now I think they're outside looking in. Steelers, unless Kenny Pickett is, you know, Pat Mahomes, I think they're outside looking in this year. San Francisco, they're playoff bound or wild card. I think they are the best team in the NFC West. I'm going to put them right now playoff bound. I just think that they're going to win the division. They've got the win over the Rams to start, so they're heading in the right direction. Cardinals, outside looking in, they could be here. Right now, I'm going to have them here, and we'll see where they go. Kyler hasn't played like he should. Maybe getting DeAndre Hopkins back will do a number, and they'll be able to put up some more points. But their defense is atrocious, and the offense isn't doing much to help them. Falcons. Here's our first one that could be in the top 5 draft pick or outside looking in. Let's start them top 5 draft pick. They're pretty bad. And Kyle Pitts, I think, is missing practice and possibly the game this week. So it's not going in the right direction for them by any means. Ravens, if the Bengals are here, then they probably need to be here. One of them's going to somebody's got to win the division, right? So maybe I'll put them there. I just believe in them a little bit more. I like Lamar Jackson more than Joe Burrow, and I just think John Harbaugh will figure it out, even though apparently he's now in the hot seat, which is ridiculous. The Bills, Super Bowl contender. I know they lost to Miami, but whatever. That's where they are. They're a Super Bowl contender. They're one of maybe 3 or 4 teams. I don't know how many we'll see. But yeah, they're absolute Super Bowl contenders. Panthers, down here. Matt Rule's probably going to be the first coach fired. Baker Mayfield's trash. That's about all I got to say there. Bears, you are what your record is, right? And so right now, in the NFC, that's where they would belong. I'm going to put them here with the caveat that I might move them up to wild card, but we'll see. Browns. I think that Jacoby Brissett can get them to a record that once Deshaun Watson comes back, if he's at all as good as he used to be, they're going to be in the hunt. Cowboys, they might want to keep Cooper Rush and trade Dak Prescott, or I don't know what they need to do, but they're going to have a quarterback controversy if the first game Dak comes back, they lose. Broncos, outside looking in. They suck. I don't know what's wrong with Russ. Nathaniel Hackett's probably the worst coach in the league other than Matt Rule. It's bad. Lions, you can't put up the most points in the league and not possibly sneak into the wild card. Right now, I'm going to have them right there. I don't think they can win their division, but I think they can sneak into the wild card in the NFC. It's a weak conference. Titans, I'm going to put them wild card for right now. No, because they're not good enough for a wild card. I'll put outside looking in, and I'll explain that by saying I think the Jaguars win their division. I think they're the best team in that division, which is weird to say. But I think that's where they'll end up, which would put them out because I don't think they're going to be good enough to make the playoffs as a wild card in the AFC. Packers, playoff bound for sure. They're going to probably win that division, and we'll see what else happens along the way. They could move up there if they get healthy. I wish they would have gone for more wide receivers, but that's where they are right now. Texans, they have the worst record in the league right now, but I struggle to put them as a top 5 pick because I just think they're better than a lot of teams. They've been close in all their games. I'm going to put them here for right now, and we'll see what happens. Colts, outside looking in. Chiefs, Super Bowl contender. Anything bad I've ever said about Pat Mahomes, I take back, and I am wrong. He is the best quarterback in the league. Him and Josh Allen, are goats. They're great. Rams, probably a wild card spot. They'll figure it out. Sean McVay's a great coach. They've got talent everywhere. We'll see where Odell Beckham Jr. signs. It sounds like it's going to be them or the Bills and maybe the Giants, but I think he ends up on one of those two teams because he'd like to win. Chargers, they're going to be wild card as well. They're going to figure it out. They've got a great offense. Dolphins, playoff bound. I know that only one team can win their division, but they're good. I think they're going to be the top wild card. It's going to be between them and the Bills. They've got the win over the Bills right now, so they could win their division, but I think they're playoff bound. The Vikings, I think they could sneak in the wild card. I think that they're solid. Giants, outside looking in, they're not good, but they keep winning games. So we'll see what happens there. That's where I've got them right now. The Jets. Okay, if they were in the NFC, I'd put them in the wild card. But they're in the AFC. Let me see here. I've got 3 AFC wild card teams there right now. Theoretically, that's all there will be. I've got 1, 2, 3 conference, and that's already 2 from their team. All right, I'm going to put them outside looking in, but I just want to go on the record saying that I like where the Jets are going. I think Zach Wilson is going to do enough to move them forward where they don't need to draft a quarterback next year, and they're going to be able to give him another year to figure it out. Raiders, I had such high hopes for them, outside looking in. Seahawks, top 5 draft pick. Bucks, playoff bound. I know that it's ugly, but they're still a good team. They're going to figure it out. I don't know when, but it's Tom Brady. They're going to figure it out. They've got talent everywhere. Eagles, Super Bowl contenders. They're the best team in the NFC, possibly in the NFL. Jalen Hurts is the real deal. The fact that they were considering him on the hot seat before the season is absurd. And my Washington Commanders are on their way to a top 5 draft pick. They are trash. Carson Wentz, there's a reason that this is his 3rd team in 3 years. He is a turnover machine. He holds the ball too long. It's bad. So we got to get one more team down here for a top 5 draft pick, and then I want to go through up here and make sure we got everything. So who did I say we'd mention? The Bears, the Texans, and the Giants. I mean, I think the Texans are better than the Bears, but they've got the worst record in the league right now. So I'm going to put them with the top 5 draft picks. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 teams that I have listed as possibly making the playoffs. There's going to be 14. So a couple of them won't do it, but we'll see what happens. This is our list, our tier list. Let me know where you would have some of the teams, what I got wrong. Let me know what you like, and let me know who you think is going to win the Super Bowl down in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.